You know, a lot of Western Canadian artists have been getting international recognition lately. Among them, Nelly Furtado, Nickelback, and a bunch of elementary school kids from Langley, BC. Now, their album, Innocence and Despair, has sold more than 50,000 copies. What makes it amazing, though, is not that they've sold 50,000 copies, or even that they're elementary school kids from Langley. It's that their album was recorded more than 25 years ago.
At the time I was teaching in Langley, I was a new teacher, a young teacher. One day I was with a friend of mine who had just purchased a state-of-the-line tape recorder. And I said to him just casually, well, why don't you come out and tape my students? And he said, okay.
Mr. Finger blows in with, you know, his guitar on his back and said, okay, everybody, get on the risers. We're going to sing, what are we going to sing today? Okay, it's not going to be David Bowie. It's going to be Wings. We're going to do some stuff by Wings. Let's do some John Lennon. Let's do some stuff that was really hit at that time.
I remember that we had decided to make this album, and it was a hot summer day, and we had to be quiet in between takes. And everybody was really nervous and excited.
I took the tapes down to a local pressing plant that basically pressed church groups and that sort of thing. We made the album, no mixing, just right off from the tape right onto the vinyl. They came up with $7 each. The whole cost of the project, I think, was about $48.
I like to think of it as a time capsule on vinyl. It's really what it is. It's a bunch of kids sitting around singing David Bowie and Carpenters and that kind of stuff.
Played it on his radio station. It got a great response. Irwin got hold of me, and we talked, and my first reaction was, oh, that's nice. I casually mentioned to him in the conversation that I made a second album a year and a half later, and I sent him that one, and he really liked that one as well. And from there on, it was really Irwin's energy and time that put the album together into CD form. He found the record company, and the rest, as they say, is history.
Who knew? You know, something you did 25 years ago, all of a sudden, poof, it's huge.
Oh, I can't really say that 25 years ago I was thinking that somebody would discover this album and it would become a big hit 25 years later. It charted on Amazon, where it was #1 for a number of weeks. It charted in Rolling Stone magazine on their list of top albums in New York. It charted in Spin magazine, made #10 on their top reissue of 2001.
I'm blown away by the amount of attention this has received.
I have been completely surprised.
Initially, I got a phone call from my sister saying, you know, oh, I talked to Tina, who was this girl that I went to school with. So she said, remember that record you did when you were a little kid? Yeah, apparently it's like doing really well. I'm like, what are you talking about, doing really well? Where? Like, you know, Paraguay? It's like, where is this a hit?
Ground control to Major Tom, your circuit's dead. There's something wrong.
David Bowie thought the backup arrangements, quote, were astonishing, which was very flattering. I always love the people who say, I used to hate that song until I heard this album.